Here. Today I'm giving a review about a book called YouTube Secrets, updated second edition. The ultimate guide to growing your following and making money as a video influencer. Research. Some 81% of Americans use YouTube compared to 69% who use. When we wrote the first edition of YouTube Secrets, we had already experienced the life-changing power of YouTube in our own lives and observed it in the lives of others. We had a hunch that YouTube would continue to grow, that more opportunities would unfold over the next few years. It seems to us that YouTube still had a plenty of open door opportunities for everyday creators to build communities, impact people with their content, and make incredible income from home by starting and growing successful channels. However, it turns out we weren't dreaming even close to big enough. New data that we will read about in the introduction of the second edition reveals that the growth of YouTube has caught a fresh wave of momentum and is poised to reverberate around the world over the next decade. There are more opportunities than ever. Of course, we are fully aware that the new creators face serious challenges. Indeed, you might be wondering, is it too late to start a channel? Isn't there too much competition? Maybe you started posting videos but you become frustrated that you are not getting views, or you have hit a growth plateau. Maybe you are overwhelmed to trying to figure out camera tech and video editing. You may lack confidence and you keep telling yourself, I'm not smart enough, experienced enough, or talented enough to succeed on YouTube. If you feel discouraged, burnt out, or overwhelmed, we don't blame you. Besides the normal challenge of growing a channel on YouTube, we have just come through a global pandemic, and we are now facing an economical recession, ongoing healthcare challenges, extreme political divisions, inflation, and massive challenges in the job market. While you may have been knocked down, you don't have to stay down, because buried in every crisis is an hidden opportunity. More than half of the people on earth now use social media. The global pandemic shifted our cultures and habitats, causing social media and online video consumption to skyrocket, triggering a digital and online explosion. As a result, expert revealed, in years to come, we will look back to 2020 as a moment that changed everything. Nowhere else, unprecedented and unforeseen growth occurred in the digital and e-commerce sectors, which have boomed amid the COVID-19 crisis. We all know this from experience. Some people who had never shopped online were forced to embrace it during the pandemic. Suddenly, even our parents and grandparents were ordering groceries, clothing, medicines, and other items through websites and apps. This has led to remarkable growth in e-commerce, and there's a lot more room from growth in the years ahead as online shopping becomes even more widespread. The rapidly growing e-commerce industry is already worth $4 trillion, so the financial opportunities is enormous, as we will discuss in the 6th. As online shopping increases, YouTube creators have more opportunities to make money. It's called affiliate marketing, and major way creators are achieving financial success on YouTube. That means you get a cut of 4 trillion pie, and since it's all online, you can tap it into it from anywhere in the world. We have, since we wrote the first edition of this book, millions have started YouTube channels and created a part-time and full-time living. In fact, a recent study revealed that being a content creator is now the fastest growing small business type. We have received countless emails and direct messages from readers of YouTube Secrets who have used our principles and strategies to overcome fear and start channels of their own. Business owners, leaders, and professional service providers are using the 7CS framework from YouTube Secrets to grow their revenue and scale their business. And many of them have crossed the 100,000 subscribers mark and received the coveted silver play button from YouTube for hitting that milestone. Many are also earning from 1,000 to 10,000 a month from YouTube revenue alone. You will hear these stories in this updated version of this book. As you know, we are living in time of rapid change and YouTube has continued to evolve over the past few years. While the foundation principles of success remains the same, the platform and overall landscape of the creator economy has shifted. That's why we decided to put together this massively expanded second edition of YouTube Secrets. We have completely ordered the book with new data, new case studies, and new chapters that will give an edge. When it comes to what's working right now on YouTube, we have tweaked some of the tips and completely removed a few outdated strategies so you can feel confident that you are holding a reliable roadmap for achieving your YouTube goals. We are in a new decade full of new opportunities on YouTube, but like William Arthur said, opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. So turn the page and we'll guide you step by step on your journey to YouTube success. When most people think of YouTube, they still think of cat videos, viral memes, and homemade videos. In reality, there is a secret of community of people on YouTube who are turning their creativity into career. In in less than 3 years, the 23 years old turned her one time hobby posting to do it yourself DIY slim videos into a full time career and went from waitressing to make millions. While her story might have been seemed crazy a decade ago, it's becoming more and more common. Imagine if you if you told your family and friends a decade ago that you wanted to make a living as a YouTube creators, chances are you would have been asked, why don't you get a real job? Today, there is no debate. Being a YouTube creator is a real job. After all, YouTube generated $19 billion in revenue in 2020, and a roughly half of that revenue goes directly into the pockets of everyday people like you who upload their videos to the platform. According to an article in Signal Fire, being a YouTube creator has become the fastest growing types of small business. Tens of thousands of channels are earning seven figures incomes. But new data reveals that over a millions are earning six figures, millions more five figures, and all of these numbers are expected to double in the next few years. By the way, ad revenue is only one of the ways YouTube creators are monetizing their content. Later in this book, we'll share many other ways you can make money through online videos. It's a revolution. You may be hearing about it for the first time, but this is a very real opportunity. Regular, everyday people from all walks of life are discovering the power of building influence, creating income, and making a massive impact on YouTube by creating content based on their hobbies, passions, and professional lives. Laura Vitale's passion is cooking, and she dreamed of writing a cookbook. She started her YouTube channel shortly after quitting a restaurant job, making videos with her husband in her own kitchen. 10 years later, she had grown her new channel to such an extent that she landed a position on Food Network as a regular host and got a book deal for her cookbook. She is now a best-selling author doing large part of amazing 3.8 million subscribers on her channel. She has become one of the most highly recognized food personalities on the platform. John Queller, a passionate gardener, was one of the most highly watched gardening shows on YouTube. Growing Your Greens, the first video I have uploaded in 2009, we shot in one take. Wasn't high definition and no editing. He wasn't even in the shot, but he had an obvious passion for gardening. 1500 videos later, with over 100 million views and 800,000 subscribers, he's a little saver about video, but more importantly, using his channel to grow his core business selling juicing machines. Then there's a Glenn Henry, aka Bluff in fatherhood, a father of four children. A father of four children who started posting vlogs documenting his parenting journey. After few years of hard work, his commitment to consistency on YouTube and continuously learning paid off. He had the opportunity to work with Dow, Mencare Plus, and he was in the feature film Dads on Apple TV Plus alongside celebrities like William Smith and Neil Patrick Harris. Through YouTube, he has built a more powerful business and brand and hired a team of him in his mission and equipped fathers gave him hope to mothers and inspired children, and it all started by punching fear in the face and pressing record on his smartphone. We are not saying everyone is going to become wealthy on YouTube. For some people that might not even in their ambition. What's exciting is how people are taking their passions and hobbies and using them to create communities, connect connected with the like-minded people and make some money for themselves and their families. Ether Torres is a great example of this. A homeschool mom with three kids. She started a homeschooling channel to share tips with other platforms. After a year of posting videos in her spare time, her channel grew to overnight 18,000 subscribers and her videos have been viewed over a million times. As a result, she created a side income for her family and opened a many door opportunities. Now you might be thinking these people started early. It's too late now. YouTube is crowded and there's too much competition, and that's simply not the case. There are countless examples of creators all ages, backgrounds from countries around the world who have built successful and profitable YouTube channels. YouTube was the number one most viewed site on the internet in 2020. There is a massive audience looking for the new creators. Right. You might assume that all of these successful YouTubers have started funding. Maybe lack of the money to buy a kind of expensive equipments people use to make a professional TV shows. The good news is you don't need on any of that. All the equipments you need compelling YouTube content is in your pocket right now. Content in your smartphone, a device that can create and upload high definition HD even 4K video. Some people fear they don't have talent to create a quality YouTube content, but talent is not the number in requirement on YouTube. Things like passion, excitement, fun, information, education, and answering people's question are far more important. The most successful creators today aren't talented in the ways that Hollywood stars are. In fact, many of them are introverts in regular life, but they have passion for the content they create. That's the real secret of YouTube. If you are passionate enough to help others and excited through enough to keep their interest, you are ready. Successful influencers on YouTube are just average, everyday folks who care about something, have developed some skill or knowledge about a subject, whether it's a fitness, faith, or decluttering a home, or any kind of interest or hobby can become a valuable content without a need for any fancy editing or ultra talented creators. Why video? In general, we all prefer to connect and do business with people we know, like trust. The problem with connecting online that is harder to work someone in the eye, have real conversations with them, and gauge their facial expressions. This is particularly true with blogging, but also holds true for audio content. That's one reason we believe video is absolutely the best way to communicate any message. Through video, it's much easier for audience to get to know and trust you. The more successful YouTubers have regular viewers who feel like they have developed a friendship with them. Only video engages people on that level. They say picture is a worth 1,000 words, but digital marketing experts James McVicky of Forrester's Research estimates that a single minute of video content is equivalent to 1 minute 1.8 million words. For anyone who has a message, dream, business, brand, or something they want to get out of the